Hello everyone, I'm your host Hakama, and today we are finally going to continue a series which I started back in, what was it, July? Goodness gracious, it's been a while. Time for the next chronological Metroid game, Metroid Prime. I gotta say, this game means a heck of a lot more to me than it probably does to other Metroid fans. Well, I assume so. Let's get this thing started off and I'll tell you a little bit about my story. Because I don't want to sit on the title screen for freaking ever. I've had enough of that. You can tell I've played this game quite a bit. Regular mode, hard mode. Now they say that this game should take you about 13 to 19 hours to complete. I'm proving that wrong right now. So we're going to start up a new game, and I am going to do this on hard mode because I have played this game way too often that if I play a normal mode, it's going to be rather derp. So let's go ahead and make this interesting with hard mode. This might make some episodes take longer, but it'll be fun. If you ask anybody who is a Metroid fan what their favorite Metroid game is, or what the best Metroid game is, a lot of them are going to tell you Super Metroid. Honestly, I don't get that. I've played Super Metroid through fairly recently, and I don't see as much of an appeal to it, but I'll get around to that game when we get around to it. For now, let me say I never heard about the Metroid series until I played the original Super Smash Bros. On the Nintendo 64. Absolute truth. I didn't get Nintendo Power growing up. As far as I could tell, it wasn't necessary, and I just played games as I played games. At the time that Metroid Prime came out, we were a bit more difficult on what games we would bring into the house because we kind of wanted to keep things fairly family friendly at my place. So when I saw a Metroid Prime and Metroid Fusion review in a Game Informer magazine, I took it to my mom and asked her, does this look like something I could play? Because I remembered this is a Metroid series. It's something that's apparently good enough that Nintendo wanted to put it into Smash Brothers. And I wanted to check it out. So she looked at it and then came back to me later on and after reading through both articles and told me, and this is hilarious, you can get Metroid Prime if you want, but don't get Metroid Fusion because it seems to have homosexual undertones. I laugh at that now because what I believe happened was she read through the comments that the people were making in the article, and one of the people who wrote down stuff was saying that he was interested in Samus in some way. And I guess my mom was unaware that Samus was a girl, but even so, that was pretty funny, and I realized that the reviews that they give aren't exactly specific on what's in the game themselves, but I just thought that was hilarious. So let's get this thing started off. In order to progress, we need to shoot these little bubbles, and bam, force field is offline. Well, that was easy. Hopefully the rest of the game will be this easy. It's not. The next set is offline. Well, how about that? Scan the central pillar to activate them. I can do that. I turned it on. Looks like Samus turned that other guy on. I'm sorry. They say that you're supposed to look around by holding the R button and doing that this way, so you can sort of do that, but as I proved, when you lock on to one of those bottom ones, you can lock onto the top one too if you're quick enough, and you don't really have to do that. It's faster that way too. It's not as much of a training, but it's faster. So we got a distress beacon, distress call, whichever one, to come check out the space station. And, well, we've got some stuff here we can look at. Let's use our scan visor and get some more information. Deck Gamma, reactor core and propulsion, everything's good. Alright, I like to hear that everything is good in the reactor. Deck Beta, biohazard research. Cool, let's go figure out some biohazard junk. This one, emergency evacuation area, environment unstable. That's probably why we were supposed to come in here and help out. What I really love about this game is that it was a good introduction to the Metroid series for me. I mean, I know that this thing has kind of been around forever, and we can even scan doors in this first area. I know that this series has been around forever, but for me as an introduction to the Metroid series, this was really good. Oh, what the balls happen here? What I really like about the introduction, too, is that it sort of treats the first area as a setup to a horror game. Really, really well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start this off by scanning these little buggers down here. Morphology Parasite, and I will let you guys read all this stuff if you're interested in the parasite. I'm not going to read it out loud. You can pause the video if you have to, but I'm just going to go through these fairly quickly. Ooh, a space pirate. Death caused by a severing of the spinal cord. Well, isn't that just lovely? Probably didn't go very far. Oh, he died that way, so... What's this big creature? Unknown! High levels of radiation detected. Well, that sounds wonderful, too. There's something else I can scan down there, but I can't get to it. Analysis shows incredibly large muscle structures surrounding the jaw area. Fluid sacs containing acid are also detected. Well, that sounds like a wonderful creature to fight. There's something else I could... There's something else I could scan over here, too, that I saw. Oh, that guy! He was killed by severe flame damage to exoskeleton. This thing doesn't seem to be putting out any flames, but... Okay, whatever. What are these things up here? Escape pod entrance. The vehicle has already been jettisoned. Evacuation occurred 6 hours prior to your arrival. I'm assuming that hours for them are the same as hours for us. Is this an escape pod? No, that's certainly not. I don't know how they got up to those top ones, though. That must have been quite the feat of acrobatics. Hi there. How'd this guy die? Death caused by acidic burns to body, chemical type unknown. Just some random acid. I see you down there. That's mine, thank you. There's one more thing we can scan on this large creature. Tail section possesses a mouth-like orifice, most likely used for birthing offspring. Okay. Now, I am aware that by now most people have gone through this game and they know the whole story about this stuff, but I'm going to assume, just for the sake of future people, that there might be some people out there who do not know this game. I mean, there might be. I'm not going to say there is, but there might be. So I'm going to go through this game with the intention of maybe someone out there has no idea about this game. Just to be safe. Downloaded the map for the area. Woot woot! And then we got a holographic map we can sort of move around in. It's a little bit complex if you're not quite used to this kind of map system. There's quite a confluence of stuff down here. Confluence? Is that the right word? I don't know. Well, we got some more stuff we can scan over in here, so let's take a look. 2 parasite queen specimens have become volatile. Oh, that sounds nice. Parasite infestation has been detected in the ventilation systems. Great. Everything else about the frigate is fine. And some information about the planet next to us. So I'm going to keep things somewhat quiet about the plot and everything that's going on, just in case someone doesn't know, and I'm going to try to be respectful to those who are unaware. So yes, I know this game extremely well. This is my favorite Metroid game, because it was my introduction into the Metroid series. So just in case, I'm going to try to not spoil any other new people's experience for it. And I know that there is a lot to scan in this game, and I'm going to not read everything that there is. I'll go over that in just a moment, but hi there, dude. He dead now. Can't scan him all the way. Alright, so something else that I would like to point out here. Specimen cell A is in hibernation. Specimen cells C and B rejected phazon compounds. Here, specimen A. Morphology unknown, no life signs detected. It's in a state of stasis hibernation. I didn't notice this for a long time when I was playing this game. But we've got this big creature here, and we saw one of them when we first entered. We've also got two other hibernation pods that did not hibernate them very well. So we've got two of these creatures unaccounted for. One of them we saw, the other is probably the reason for the distress beacon. And there's some stuff here that I'll scan really quick. If you want to read these, I'll give you just enough time to look it over. And as I was saying, there's a lot of information in here to take in, and I'm going to try to maybe not go over every single thing that's in this game, but there's a lot of plot important details as well. The only way you can figure out the plot is by using the scan visor, and I'm going to give people the opportunity in a way to go through the missile time. I'm going to try to give people the opportunity to experience the story by going through different logs. And I'm going to also be trying my best to get 100% completion. I may not get it perfectly, but I see you over there. I may not get it perfectly, but I'm going to try to get as much as possible. And what happened to you, big guy? The specimen has been horribly mutated. Well! Failed experiments, I guess. Doesn't look so stable to me. Did something happen to it in the other stages? Stage 1 was okay, Stage 3 was okay, Stage 2 is fine. Here's a red scan entry, and the red ones that you can scan are going to have plot important details to it. This one is a history. You can pause this and read it if you want it, or ignore me and read it if you want to. But this is a brief history of the previous game and what was leading into this game, according to the Space Pirates anyway. The red ones are quite extensive in their knowledge as well. What's next? I really wish I could see what this creature was. We don't even know what it is, but I really wish it had appeared in this game somehow. Maybe it appeared in the previous one, I don't know. Stage 4 wasn't doing too good. And it didn't even make stage 5. Okay, poor thing. Alright, come on down here, you. So I'm going to be trying to scan enemies and research data as much as possible to see if we can get 100% completion. I really hope I don't miss some things. Eee. The yellow ones are something we don't have to worry about, except for scanning different creatures and whatnot. You did, sir. I don't know if I'll do it perfectly, but at least I'm going to try. Hey, now! That was totally unnecessary. And these things, by the way, are 10 health. We can draw in all power-ups with the charge beam. And we've got these things over here, which are creatures that we will encounter later and can scan, but we can't add them to the logbook while they're in here, which is a little bit disappointing for me. And you, sir, should not be shooting at me. Go away! Go away! No, seriously, go away. Go away! Yeah, that's hard mode. All the enemies take a lot longer to attack. Or to kill, I should say. Phase on batch. Okay. We got through 4 stages of that, not the 5th stage. Hi there. Do. Who's next? Who's next? There you are. Whenever we come to a logbook entry like what I just showed you before, I will leave some notes on the screen to tell you what the general contents are and whether or not they're something that you may want to be interested in. And in here we've got a turret! I'm actually going to scan this turret. Hopefully without getting myself killed. It's another creature entry. This one is auto defense turret. Pretty simple to look at. Not much to read, but I want to destroy you. I destroyed you. Hallelujah. I've already scanned that. And I actually need to go back into my scan visor to scan this one as well. What happened to you, dude? Friendly fire? Death caused by severe lacerations to the abdomen. Probably not by the turret. Okay. They're doing a really good build-up to the climax of this frigate, too. I really appreciate that. Something that I like to do right here is to charge up and attack, look up, and I see you up there. No, sir. No, sir. No, sir. Oh, come on. Just for the record, your charge beam is more powerful than the missiles. And I will show you how to prove that later on. Got plenty of bodies in here. I don't know why that guy didn't attack the parasites that were below him. Removal of internal organs. Oh, goodness! What about this guy? Same as the previous one. Door lock enabled. All we have to do is put a ball in here. Okay. That seems like an inconvenient way to lock a door, but alright. Now let me go. Thank you. Because we're in another room, these turrets are not going to lock onto us, even though the last one could. I don't know what's up with that, but I am certainly going to take advantage of this and destroy them. Maybe they had problems with the door halfway opening and the turrets being able to attack us before, so that's what they programmed that out. Random 3 lights. Remember that for much later in the game. Game saved in a very quick manner. I really appreciate that too. Really helps with immersion. And I'm also going to scan this place because it's another research entry. I forgot to scan the map station earlier. Like I said, they're doing a great build-up, and it feels like a horror game. It especially feels like a horror game in this room and the next one. There's a lot of bodies right here. This one had a death by acid burns to the face, by severe lacerations, by cranial trauma, and it struggled to get through the door. Ooh, okay, so there is something on the other side, or at least shortly beyond it. We are getting very close to the source of all this problem. Something that I think a lot of people miss is that you can't scan these guys until after you come in the door, and a few steps more and we'll enter a cutscene. Analysis detects large amounts of blood missing from the carcasses. These bodies may have been used for nourishment, pattern consistent with predator behavior. No life signs detected. These creatures still contain a heat signature. They have not been here for very long. This is probably one of the easiest bosses in gaming history. Not counting those that kill themselves, but even though this is an easy boss, the build-up to it has been really well done. And I know I may have been slightly rushing my progression through this little area, but that's mostly because I'm on a time limit here and I'd like to get through the prologue before the first episode is over. Hello there, Queenie! Found the last one. Does that mean you're an endangered species? Let's make you extinct. A parasite queen, genetically enhanced by unknown means. A weak spot in the creature's mouth? Scans indicate the presence of a potent mutagen. Origins unknown. Creature exhibits the ability to fire weapon-grade blasts of energy from its mouth, a trait not present in the standard parasite genome. It appears the pirates have begun a bioengineering program with considerable results. Yeah, apparently. All we have to do to take this queenie out is shoot her, whether with a missile or a charge shot. Missile does that much damage, charge shot does that much damage, and if you're playing on normal mode instead of hard mode, you can very clearly see that you have more damage done with the charge beam than the missiles. Another thing I'd like to point out real quick, because I know I'll never do it later, is that if you fire off rapid fire shots like this, you do that for a little while and then you stop, and the front of Samus's weapon gets a little bit of heat coming out of it, which was a little difficult to see there. You might find it later on though, so I'll leave that up to you guys to find out for yourselves. Anyway, this is an easy boss. You could easily get through it without taking any damage. I think I've gotten hit a couple times though. I don't know if that's because I'm on hard mode or I'm just not performing very well today or what, but yeah. You kind of stuck your head through that force field for a second, didn't you? Clearly you are using this for the optimal protection. Alright, Queenie, time to die. One more charge shot, and you're screwed. See, the thing is here, we were fighting the frigate's reactor, and we just dropped a giant mutated parasite, now a corpse, into the bottom of the reactor. That's going to cause some problems. Like that one! Let's say we get out of here. Time to move. Time to move. And I'm not going to scene this time, even though I was probably leading into that. Hi there, elevator, turn on please. I'd like to get moving. Thank you. If we watch our map, we can kind of tell where we can leave from as well, provided you can interpret the map correctly. Oh, hi there. Let's definitely scan this. Disable the perimeter defense turret. I could destroy it and try to get some health or missiles, but nah, I'm just gonna move. Oh, someone's awake. And now someone is dead. What happened here? Containment seal breached. Larva vital signs critical. Secure area and terminate specimen. I think they terminated it quite well. Its shell has not yet fully hardened. Oh, great. So you guys killed it a lot easier than I was able to kill mine. I did all the hard work. I see you up there. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. Charge up to the face. We were in here earlier, and that's the way back to our ship, but not only is it blocked, but the bridge is gone too, so time to move. You guys removed a corpse down there, didn't you? Alright, that was too strong, guys. Can you just die on your own, please, sir? I'd appreciate that. Thank you very much. One less guy we have to deal with. This is not really the way back to our ship. This is going further down the frigate, but we don't really have any other choice, and all these little parasites, they're the ones we scanned before, are kind of getting in my way. I don't appreciate that. Fortunately, a missile has a sufficient explosion to kill a lot of them real fast. I am walking blind. And there's more. Okay. Splat. Got a lot of them. They still really mess up my vision. I don't like that. Do not appreciate, sirs. Do not appreciate. I'm just going to walk around them. Man, my map is going crazy with little parasites on it. And a whole bunch of them just disappeared, too. I don't know about that, but I'm appreciating it. Thank you very much. Nothing to scan here. Where am I? Oh! Thank you very much. We could have seen that when we were back there earlier. I never remember to look at it, but yeah, whatever. I say I never remember to look at it, but I must know that we could see it because I must have seen it before at some point. Charge up a shot. We got more turrets. Great. I am almost out of missiles too. I'm probably going to need more very soon. Thank you for the upgrade. Come here, you. Thank you very much. Open sesame. Keep moving. Keep moving. Keep moving. Keep moving. 4.5 minutes left. And we have no idea how far away it is. You can probably tell if we look at our map, but I'm not going to. Hey, no, 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 no. Gotta move, and everybody on the radar disappears. We should be close to the end now, right? Here's a something. Okay. Well, we kind of have to follow this thing back to get to where we need to go, as is evidenced by a map. And we're in! Just in time, too, apparently. Move, 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 move. Gotcha! And here's a nice little introduction for someone we won't see until much later in the game. It's a Ridley! Didn't I kill you before? I did kill you before. Well, he's been resurrected for the first time. Surely it will not be the last. And bye! Come back again, never! This is one of my favorite pieces of equipment, the grapple beam. I don't know if it counts as a beam, but I love it. I love using it. It's so much fun. Subject Meta Ridley now, not a regular Ridley. Weapon update complete. Stinger ballistics and plasma fuel cell. Okay, they really gave him some improvements. Cerebral casing stable, exoskeleton seal holding, begin umbilical retraction. Well, at least they finished him in time. I'd really rather they didn't, but at least they did. Actually, I kind of like that they did because that gives me the ability to fight him later on. I got caught in the electricity. Alright, we should be getting close to getting out of here. Not much further to go. Fortunately, we haven't suffered too much damage until now. Rather critical damage, in fact. Real bad. Varia suit malfunction. Great. Morph ball malfunction. Missile malfunction. Charge beam malfunction. Grapple beam malfunction. Oh gracious, we just lost a ton of our equipment at once. I don't even know what happened to Samus's equipment between the last games, but we're not going that way. But according to our map, we're back in the orange, so it's places we've been before. Depressurizing? Oh, thank goodness we're almost out. Let me out, 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 let me out. Open sesame door. Almost there. Has the hallway ever felt so long? Remember that little scan thing we read earlier about how the whole plating on the frigate was fine? I don't think it is anymore. I have no idea how Ridley's breathing in space. Maybe because he is meta now. You know what would be really awesome is if they would let you do like a chase and gun him down right here in this little area, but that might be a little bit too difficult to program, so we're just gonna head down after him and we'll meet again on the ground. Sometime, somewhere, not here. Lovely weather to land a spaceship in, don't you agree? Raining in a swamp. Lovely. Very rainy. Man, this is extremely wet. I am not going to appreciate this. Not my ideal vacation spot anyway. Welcome to the Talon overworld. Alright, so that was the introduction to Metroid Prime. Next episode, we'll be exploring on our own. So, not sure what else there is to say about this time, but next time, we're going to start having some fun. Thank you everybody for joining me for Metroid Prime today. Come back next time, and let's start the game. See you then, everyone. Take care. The Chozo ruins are abandoned, but that doesn't mean this place isn't alive. Both with mechanics and creatures. And in this case, both!